Yeah, President Trump, yeah, goods and bads, right? Like any was, right? Nobody's perfect. So. I mean, I'll be honest with you, okay? I'm not disappointed, okay? Because all I wanted was entertainment. That's why I voted for him. I wanted to be entertained, okay? That's why I voted for President Trump. And I'm getting all the return on investment. I did vote for him. I prayed for him. He got elected, okay? And I'm getting a lot of fun, entertainment in this news. Yeah, he went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? Not many people showed up, right? That's funny. He's going to Arizona, right? Most likely, not many people show up, right? So funny, right? President Trump's cartoons, right? Oh, so funny, right? Editorial cartoonists, right? Yeah, I'm getting my ROI, raw French pronunciation, return on investment, right? I voted for him so that I can get entertained, and it's been very entertaining. So yeah, that's good. Up here in Alaska, we don't have any coronavirus. We don't have any riot, right? It's like paradise on earth, right? Yeah. Well, I did watch the news, what's going down, lower 48. I don't know about how I eat, okay? Uh, I think they are doing great, okay? So, but down in lower 48, yeah, people are doing all this stuff and it's very entertaining, okay? So racism, okay? When I was in medicine, not medicine, but when I was in Ann Arbor, Michigan, law school, right? I went there after the U.S. Army, 4 year active duty. Okay, so I got my GI Bill, post 9/11 GI Bill, Yellow Ribbon Program. Okay, and also handsome Dean Scholarship. Okay, so yeah, I applied. I studied very hard. I got accepted. I got scholarship, and also I worked very hard in the U.S. Army. I got my GI Bill, right? So it's kind of like double scholarship, right? Yeah, they let me do it. They gave it to me. U.S. Army, Ann Arbor, University of Michigan Law School. Okay, yeah, kindly and generously. Okay? I'm very grateful to U.S. Army, University of Michigan. Okay, so I went there. Okay, so the very first week. Okay, so I drove this Subaru, Japanese car, right? Subaru. So I always wanted that car. Okay, Subaru, right? 4 wheel drive, and it was also stick shift. Probably made in 1990s or 80s. Okay, most likely older than you, right? Old Subaru Outback that purchased from used car dealer in Clinton, Texas. So not Clinton, Texas, but maybe Austin, Texas. Somewhere in Texas, okay. Probably Austin, Texas. I don't know. But yeah, it was stick shift, Subaru Outback, right? Dark brown, right? Because I wanted to experience this Japanese car. Okay, before that I had Geo Tracker American car like GM, right? I have Hyundai Sonata, not Sonata, but Hyundai Elantra, something like that. Okay. And what else? What else? Yeah, yeah, Chevy S10, small pickup truck. Okay, well that was the when I was in U.S. Army. Okay, so yeah, those are my past car catalog, right? But yeah, I bought this Subaru Outback, okay, in Fort Hood, Texas. When I got out of the army, okay, I drove to Ann Arbor, Michigan, okay. So about a couple of weeks since I got into Ann Arbor, Michigan from Fort Hood, Texas. Okay, first couple of weeks, okay, this car started making some problems, so I went to this car repair shop. Okay, all next to gas station, right in Ann Arbor, Michigan, right. And there was this car repair shop. Okay, and then I think the owner was Caucasian, white, Midwest Michigan guy, most likely younger than me. Right. I think he was the owner, manager of this repair shop, or next to this gas station. Okay, so yeah, my car was making some problem. Okay, so he kind of fixed pretty well. Okay, not too bad, right? He got some Hispanic employees, right? It's not all white car repair shop right next to this gas station. Okay, but he was a white guy. Okay, most likely younger than me. Alright, but I'm Asian, right? Asians, we look younger than Asians don't age, right? So maybe he thought I was younger than he, but I bet he was younger than me. Okay, he's a white guy. Okay, by then, what year was that? 2013. So I was born in 1978 in Ithaca, New York. So 2013, I was like 35. He probably was like 31, right? Caucasian white guy, right? And he got some employees who are Hispanics, right? So it's not like all Caucasian white car repair shop, no. But he was a white guy, most likely younger than me. Maybe he got some inheritance, whatever, right? So yeah, we talked, okay? So yeah, my Subaru Outback, I drove all the way here from Fort Hood, Texas, okay? Yeah, I'm a US Army veteran. I was born in America. I grew up in South Korea. I came back to America like 20 years ago. Okay, maybe I lived in America longer than you have. I'm older than you. Right? So he didn't, and I'm in law school. I came, yeah, I served the United States for 4 years in the U.S. Army. I deported to Afghanistan. Right? I had hemorrhoid, constipation. One song I sang, rap, hip hop song, yeah, constipation, constitutional revolution, something like that. Okay. Yeah, I went to Afghanistan. I served 4 years in the U.S. Army. Okay, but you haven't, have you? He was not veteran. Okay, he's a 31, 29-year old Caucasian white guy, right? He never been to U.S. Army. I have. He's a white guy. I'm Asian, right? He never went to U.S. Army or U.S. military. Okay. Yeah, car repair shop owner, younger than me. He's like 31. I was 35. Asian guy. I have accent, Asiatic accent. I went to U.S. Army. When I joined the U.S. Army, I was ready to die. I was ready to be disabled, maimed, lose my life and limb for Americans. When I Before I went to Afghanistan, all of us, all different races, we were ready to die. We were ready to get disabled, maimed, lose our legs, arms. We were ready for it. And we went to Afghanistan for a year. Okay. And we came back. After 1 year, one more year in Fort Hood, Texas. Yeah, I got out after 4 years of service. 1 year Georgia training, Fort Benning, Fort Gordon. 1 year in Fort Hood, Texas. 1 year in Afghanistan, and 1 year last year in Fort Hood, Texas. 4 years. And I got out. I GI Bill, applied to law school, came to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and then there's this guy, white guy, younger than me. I was 35 by then. This guy like 31, 29 something, right? So I got my GI Bill. Okay, I saw U.S. Army, right? I'm Asian, heavy Asiatic Oriental accent, right? And I applied to law school. I studied for LSAT for years and years. Law school admission test. When I was in California, Los Angeles, California, okay, I took LSAT test in Los Angeles, California, but I had this headache, so I had to stop and drop out of this law school admission test. Headache, okay, so yeah, couldn't do it, right? But I kept on studying, right? I joined the U.S. Army instead, okay, when I was in San Jose, California. Before that, Los Angeles, California, computer programmer, making this movie, okay. Long story, right? Yeah. So I joined the U.S. Army, then I continued to study for law school admission test. Even when I was in Afghanistan, in my spare time. When I was in Afghanistan, all of us, my unit, very busy. We would do gate guard, clean the bathroom, postal clerk, chemical room manager, whatever, right? We were busy. In my spare time, I found some time to study for LSAT, law school admission test. It was not easy. I was suffering from constipation, hemorrhoid when I was in Afghanistan. Right? I studied that. We came back to Fort Hood, Texas. I took the exam and my score 171 out of 180, top 3%, because I studied very hard for very long time, right? So I got admission for a bunch of schools in Minnesota, Vanderbilt, Michigan, Austin, Texas, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Vanderbilt, and some others, okay? So I drove my car from Fort Hood, Texas to Ann Arbor, Michigan, okay? My car was breaking down and went to this Ann Arbor, Michigan mechanic shop, okay? They did decent job, but when I was in the U.S. Army, I learned how to repair cars from my friends. So yeah, the kind of job they did, it wasn't up to par, okay? It wasn't up to my standard, okay? Because by then I learned from my friend, Army, U.S. Army, junior enlisted soldiers, like private second class, private first class, specialist, right? They told me how to repair cars with junior enlisted soldiers, right? So what they did, yeah, I can kind of see you're kind of sloppy, right? Maybe you're kind of it's kind of professional jealousy, okay? You're a white guy, right? So I'm Asian guy, right, with heavy accent. But you're younger than me, man. I'm older than you, and you have never been to U.S. military. I have. I'm U.S. military veteran, right? And I'm in law school. Yeah, because I studied for it. I applied. I studied for LSAT for years and years. Okay, I appreciate your service. Okay, you work very hard, but you're jealous of me, right? This guy would etch on my car key this words, letters, CHNEEZE, Chinese. I found about that a couple of days later. Okay, he etched on my car key Chinese. intentionally misspelled. Chneeze etched on my car key. I found about that after a couple of days later. Right? He and his employees, some of them Hispanics. So yeah, professional jealousy. It's not racism. No, they're just jealous of me, my success, my accomplishment. Okay, but it was not free. It was not some privilege. They have no idea how much, how hard, how long years, months, and weeks, my weekends, weekday nights, I have studied, worked so hard, suffering from my constipation, hemorrhoid. This is young people, right? When they did that to me, I didn't call it racism. What do I call it? Young and dumb. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay? They don't know what life is about, what it takes to get into a law school, to get admitted with scholarship. They don't know what it takes to be a U.S. military veteran in a deployment setting. So young and dumb, right? They don't know. So you're like, yeah, you know what? I used to be young and dumb once. 10 years, 2 decades prior. Okay, so I understand you. Okay, so I didn't do anything. I didn't sue them. I didn't complain. But I'm telling you now. Okay, these young and dumb people. Okay, yeah, let's try to understand them. Okay, we've been there once before, right? I don't call that racism. He was a white guy, Hispanic guy. Yeah, with this electric battery powered drill. Chinese! You're Chinese, you're Asian! Ha ha! I was like, yeah, whatever. What did I do? I grabbed my, in Korean word, susami, raw, right? Kitchen raw. Wiped it out, okay? Because I don't want to see this Chinese, Chinese, right? I'm not Chinese. I love Chinese. I love Japanese. I'm not Chinese. I'm Korean. But he want to play this racism on me, okay? But you're not racist, okay? You just pick on me being Asian, right? So I understand you. Your frustration, okay? I'm not gonna call you a loser, right? Yeah, you're just young and dumb, right? Yeah, professional jealousy. Yeah, I've seen that before, okay? So I understand you, okay? Yeah, Jesusian love for enemy, right? I'm Jesusian Christian. I practice Jesusian Christianity, love for your enemy, okay? So I didn't sue him. I didn't complain about him, okay? Just young and dumb. I understand you, okay? Yeah, you younger than me, okay? But you're jealous about me being in law school, right? But you have no idea how much I studied, how many times I failed and tried and failed, having this headache, hemorrhoid, constipation in Afghanistan, headache in California, how many days and nights studying for law school admission test to get admission to this law school. You have no idea, do you? It's not quite privilege. It wasn't free for me because I'm not that smart. I had to work for it. He doesn't know, okay? This Hispanic, Caucasian, whatever, these employees and managers, okay? We Asians, we study extremely hard, alright? We take 5 minutes break, okay? And then I tell you how much I studied in Seoul, South Korea back in the days when I was a teenager in Seoul, South Korea, okay? They don't know. They think we just inherited brainwashed like shh. Knowledge injection, privilege. Oh, you born rich. That's not how it is. Okay, knowledge. You cannot quite inherit knowledge, right? Oh yeah, Matrix movie, programming this stick, whatever. That's not how it works. Okay, you can inherit money, but you cannot inherit knowledge. To get knowledge, you have to study very hard. You can inherit money, but you cannot inherit knowledge. All right, we take 5 minutes break and then we talk about it. My experience in Seoul, South Korea, 1980s, 1990s. That was intense. I'll tell you all about it. Okay, give me 5 to 10 minutes break. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Okay, we are back. Let's grab some whiteboard, okay? Because we're gonna talk about some history, right? Uh, Something exotic, esoteric, right? Because yeah, I was born in America when my parents came here to study. So I was born in America, so I got my birthright citizenship. And President Trump and his people, they tried to kick me out of this country because my first name sounds like very foreign name. But I love my first name, okay? Hunkie. It's my Korean transliteration name, right? Hun, I know what it means in German. It means hen, chicken, okay? And hunky, yeah, you can make fun of the name, okay? Hunky, but you are not that muscular. You are not hunky dory. And hunky, you're not white. You're not Caucasian. Yeah, whatever. Because I just go by Lee, okay? My last name, right? Yeah, it's kind of Scottish, Walish, British, English, okay? Leland, Levi, and whatever, right? Whatever. So let me go. We have some modicum of the space here, so I'll draw some map for you. Korean, South Korean, okay? Yeah, we'll talk about Korean history, okay? It's exotic, esoteric, very hidden, right? Unknown. So maybe it has some entertainment value, okay? If not educational, okay? So yeah, Korean Peninsula look like this, right? Yeah, in the middle you have North Korea, South Korea, right? And South Korea itself, very much divided, okay? So you have one half and one quarter in South Korea, right? And it's divided by left and right, okay? The left is called Jeollado, the right Gyeongsangdo, and you have Jeollabuk-do, meaning left north, left south, Gyeongsangbuk-do, Gyeongsangnam-do, okay? You have right north and right south, east north, east south, left is west north and west south, okay? And then this right part is more conservative, industrial. You have this engineering, Daejeon, Daegu, whatever, right? And the western part more liberal, okay? Jeollanam-do, Jeollabuk-do, southwest, south, western south, western north, okay? They're more liberal, okay? But east, the right, left and right, okay? Yeah, so South Korea is just like America, okay? Very much divided, okay? So Gyeongsangbuk-do, like east, north, east, south, okay? But more industrial, engineering based, navy, this ship, factory based, okay? More industrial. But left side, more liberal. They're more about arts, music. It's kind of like America, okay? So, and my father's side family is from this leftist, okay? Jeollanam-do, okay? West, south. In a town called Gwangju, okay? That's where my father's side came from. My father, economist. Okay, he studied economics PhD in Ithaca, New York. Yeah, Cornell University, I believe. Okay, kind of low, I believe, right? Yeah, so he came. He married my mom in Seoul, South Korea, and they went to Cornell University and gave birth to me. And after he got his PhD, we all came back to Korea, and I grew up in South Korea until my high school graduation when I was like 18, 19. Okay. That was year 2000, 1996, something like that. Okay, most likely before you're born. Okay, my mother's family, they are bankers, Korean bankers. Okay, so they are more like in the middle here, up here. All right, kind of politically neutral, right? Yeah, that's my mother's family. My father's father was a judge in Jeollanam-do, Gwangju. Okay. Yes, he's liberal, right? He's a judge, right? And later on, we learned that he got divorced. Okay. So, and his second wife was my father's mother, right? My paternal grandmother, right? He was that was his second wife. Okay, back in early 1990s or mid 1990s. Okay, so mid 1900s in South Korea. Okay, so it's kind of liberal, right? He's all about helping out the poor people, volunteerism, pro bono work. Okay, so he was a judge. Okay, local, very precinct, small judge, small town judge. Okay, he was a clerk. Then he became a judge. He passed this bar exam. Okay, so my grandmother, my father's mother, would tell me, yeah, they left at him. Okay, when he came to Seoul to take this South Korean bar exam. But back then it was there was no sense south. It's just Korea. Okay, one peninsula. Okay. Yeah, they would laugh at him. Okay. Ah, do you look at this guy with this traditional Korean costume coming from this further south, this country region, country bumpkin, coming to Seoul, South Korea, Seoul, Korea, like this capital city. They would laugh at him. Okay. Well, he passed the bar exam. Okay, so from what I heard from my grandmother, my father's mother, he failed a couple of times. Okay, Korean bar exam, right? He failed a couple of times, but he kept on studying. He never gave up, right? So and he passed, right? Became a lawyer later on, became a judge, right? And then he was still try to help out poor people. He's kind of liberal, like leftist, right? So he was not bringing enough money, and my grandparents, father side, they have 8 children. Okay, like half and half, like 4 daughters, 4 sons, right? That's my father, my uncles and aunts, right? So he was not bringing in enough money because he's so liberal, right? He want to help out these poor people, represent them, right? He's not bringing enough money. So my grandmother had to work. He would raise chickens, pigs, and sell them. While she was raising these 8 children back in mid 1900s, and then there came this. I mean, when they were children, my grandparents, when they were children, yeah, Japanese colonization. When they were middle age, yeah, this Korean War, 1950, North Korea, South Korea, right? Yeah, they would run away from all this war with their 8 children further down south because Chinese army were communists backing this North Korean Mr. Kim Jong Il, the grandfather of Mr. Kim Jong Un, his father Mr. Kim Jong Il. Okay, oh, then his grandfather, yeah, Mr. Kim Il Sung. Okay, legendary general in North Korea, communist, Marxist, right? Yeah, they'll just push down. Okay, then there come this American general, General MacArthur, kind of Irish, I guess, right? Yeah, white people. Yeah, the Incheon, right here, Incheon, 상륙 작전. Yeah, Incheon. Yeah, they cut off in the middle and they start shooting from the back of these North Koreans and Chinese. Okay, it was huge success. So yeah, they got this South Korea back, America, U.S. Army. right? Yeah, Mr. General MacArthur, very smart, very West Point graduate general, General MacArthur. Okay, very competent leader, very efficient. So they got South Korea back. So in South Korea, still Seoul, in Pagoda Gongwon, okay, Pagoda Park, there's this big statue of General MacArthur, white guy who saved South Korea from communist invasion. Okay, I don't think there will come a day South Koreans would take down this General MacArthur statue just because he's white. I don't think there will ever come a day. Okay, I don't think so. What a contrast between America and Korea, right? I just wanted to mention it to you. Okay, I'm almost crying. I'm trying not to because I'm a man. I have to resist. Show the strength. Okay, I learn from my friends. Okay. Hey, stop crying. Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. We take 5 minutes break. I really don't want to cry again. Okay, so we take 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we did enough of that. That's enough. So we'll talk about some humanology. Okay, so humanological analysis of this things going on. It's about case of jealousy. That's all what it boils down to. Okay, so, like copium transfer. It's just like heat transfer. You have high heat and low heat. Okay, hot air, cold air. All right. Yeah, the transfer, copium transfer, heat energy, heat transfer. Yeah, the your hot body, cold body, then heat transfer from hot body to cold body. Okay, that's all. It's case of jealousy, right? We are humanologists. We understand what's going on. Okay, so it's not about races at all, right? It's not. It's about wealth or money and poverty, right? That's all what it's about. Okay? When I was in law school, our law school professors asked this question. Okay, yeah, in New York, Manhattan, New York. Okay, there was this incident, right? Yeah, this white guy. Okay, and then there's this baggy jeans, teenagers, African Americans in New York, Manhattan, New York, subway, right? Train station. Yeah, so he got scared, okay, and he shot them, right? Was it racism? I don't think so. Because my objection was this, okay? But if there's this white guy, okay, and there were, but it happened in upper Manhattan, like Bronx, okay? Yeah, it's kind of shady neighborhood, right? But if it happened in lower Manhattan, this white guy in train, this Manhattan transfer, whatever, this subway station, okay, if it was this suit and tie African American gentleman, he would not have pulled the triggers, right? Be- yeah, so it's not about race, it's about income inequality, it's about money, okay? Okay, couple of days ago in Dallas, Texas, right? Yeah, this teenager, African American teenager in Dallas, Texas, shot and murdered this beautiful Caucasian European American lady, right? Because I guess, yeah, she's rich, okay? But if it was Caucasian female, kind of druggy, tattooed and pierced, living in this slum neighborhood with all this very sedan, rugged, right? I don't think they would have done the same thing. Okay, so it's about poverty, poor people, rich people, copium transfer. This cold and hot. They want to take some copium money. Yeah, that's what it's about. Okay, as humanologists, we understand what's going on. Okay, yeah, cold air taking hit from hot air, right? Poor people taking money from rich people. Okay, it's not about race. Okay, because in Korea there are crimes. They are all Asians. Have you ever been to Korea? They are all Koreans, 100% K-pop, Koreans, Asians. Okay, they are crimes. Back in the days in 1990s, yeah, I heard the news when I was in high school in South Korea, Seoul. Yeah, these poor Koreans, okay, murdering very good-looking Korean girls. They're all Koreans, Asians. But some Korean guys, Korean gangbanger, they targeted only very good looking Korean rich, wealthy daughters of South Korea in Seoul. Alright? They're all Koreans, Asians. Over five Korean Korean guys murdering rich and very beautiful Korean young Korean Asiatic girls. Okay, yeah, raping them, murdering them. It was being used in 1990s when I was in Seoul, South Korea, high school. Yeah, these Korean guys, over five of them, okay, murdering, targeting very wealthy, beautiful, gorgeous Korean, Asiatic, Oriental, Korean, South Korean girls, wealthy, highly successful. They are Koreans, okay? It happened in 1990s. It's never about race. It's about money, income disparity, okay, inheritance. So what am I advocating for? Am I advocating for communism, socialism? No. I'm advocating for education, knowledge. That's what I advocate for. Okay? Because you want to be happy, not just you, anybody, okay? If somebody want to be happy, there are good way to be happy. Pursue your happiness, but in a legal, moral, ethical way. Education, okay? Go hiking, fishing, hunting, whatever, okay? But do so in a legal way, okay? Come to the light. I went hiking a week ago, okay? I did not go to this establishment, this hiking trail. It's too easy, right? It's not exciting enough. So I went off the trail. Yeah, it was legitimate trail, but kind of sideways, kind of small, kind of covered by all this plantation, these plants, wild plants, okay? It was barely visible, right? And after that, I lost it, right? So, okay, mid missile. Let's just go down. There's no hiking trail. I will make one. Like Robert Frost, American poet, right? Yeah, it makes all the difference. I don't think I made any difference there. Whatever, right? But I had fun. Even if, even though, even if I may not have made any difference in the trail, right? Yeah, I got some scars. I will show you like third times, okay? This Alaskan wild rose with thorny shrubs. Oh boy. I mean, I was bloody. Blood on my ankle. When I came all the way down to the parking lot. But I got my share of fun, my excitement, my happiness. I did not break any law. It's not illegal in Alaska to go off the trail, hiking mountain. No, nothing illegal. But I had fun. Okay? Legitimate excitement, adrenaline rush, right? Nothing illegal, but I had fun. Okay? We'll take 5 minutes break and we'll talk about tofu, soybeans. Okay? I have many American friends. They don't like soybeans. Okay? Soy sauce, tofu. Okay? Yeah, but we'll talk about that. Okay? Give me 5 minutes. Okay? So we'll stop and restart. Okay? Because I don't lose footage. Alright? So, alright. Just give me 5 minutes. Okay?